Hello and welcome back to another night of ESC action. I'm James Reach 42 Davis,
And I'm Jacob Chewy Gundrum.
and we've got an interesting doubleheader for us tonight. We've got, first of all, in the ESC, a Rocket League match against Ball State University, one of the top 10 Rocket League teams in collegiate and one of the best teams nationally in general.
Mhm.
And then after that, we've got an Overwatch 2 match against Kent State. I'm hearing there may be a possibility of us trying to squeeze in a Western Michigan Rocket League game in there somewhere. We'll see how long this first match goes. I wouldn't put my money on it. The Western Michigan game happening on stream, but it will be played tonight.
Yeah, and that's going to be something to look forward to if we can make that work. I definitely think that the Ball State game, this one might be a little quicker with Miami. Miami, we're not doing terrible. I mean, 1-5. I mean, we have a win under our belt. That is great, especially against Ohio University, who is about same in the rankings, maybe a little lower than us. But I mean, just looking at that, but this is definitely going to be one of those games today where our players are going to try to learn and just go up against such a great team.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is one of those learning opportunity games, much like the Akron game last week. It's Miami University this year has a very fresh roster. Nobody has really been playing at this level before. There are a lot of things that the team knows that they need to learn and improve on. And as the years gone by, I've been impressed with how much the chemistry has grown, how much they've been able to build solid defensive awareness into good offensive opportunities. A lot of it is just about execution on the offensive end of the ball and on some of the micro adjustments in the game. On top of some larger macro things like boost management and rotations and positioning. But I think Miami's roster has grown as the year has gone by, and I think last week's win against Ohio University definitely, or is it 2 weeks ago?
I
Last
think
week,
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. I don't know what time is anymore. Don't worry about it. We're right in the middle of the season. Actually, we're getting near the end of the regular season. This is the second to last week of ESC regular season action, which is definitely a little bit faster paced than our normal year.
Mhm.
But it's I don't know. We're gearing up for NACE playoffs starting next month, and then we'll be holding an ESC championship for the top 8 in the ESC in both in Rocket League, Overwatch, and Smash Bros. Details forthcoming about where that tournament is going to be, but that should be a very cool opportunity for members of every institution to get to see each other in person, interact a little bit, play some games, and get to share some of the same space and some of the same passions together.
Yeah, and I mean, also it's just been so fast for Rocket League because a lot of their games so far this season have been double headers since maybe the first or second week. I think week 1 or week 2 we only had one game, but pretty much since that we've had double headers each
Mm-hmm.
time, and that's going to be how it is for tonight with Ball State and Western Michigan. Maybe streaming that, like we said, probably not, but they're going to be having a double header there. And I mean, yeah, just going incredibly fast. I mean, it's only like first semester, so we're only going to be seeing these games for kind of the first part, but then maybe we'll see a little bit in the spring. Like for example, we're seeing Valorant a little bit this semester, which is going to be going into the spring more so. That's going to be that's their main time, their main ESC. They're currently competing in the CVC for that,
Mm-hmm.
but hopefully we'll be able to see a little more of our Rocket League team. Maybe if they can fit some stuff in the spring too.
Yeah, I mean everything is always schedule dependent. Our number one priority here at Miami University with our esports offerings on broadcast is to make sure that ESC and the MAC are our first priorities. But anytime that we get a chance to highlight our teams, we're more than happy to do so. Um, looking at CVC, looking at the possibility of the CVAL and CLOL fall warmups are coming
Mhm.
up. I believe registration for those just finished. And as we get the schedules for those leagues coming up, we may actually be able to get more League of Legends and Valorant content here on this channel coming up before the end of the semester, which would be very, very cool. And, just the same in the spring, Rocket League will have some offerings with NACE, I'm sure, and they'll also still be playing in the CCS. So if we can get more Rocket League games on broadcast, we are more than happy to do so. It's just a matter of we're juggling 6 competitive
Oh yeah.
teams, and we've got 2 spaces to put everybody in to play their matches, and everybody has to play in person. It's a very, very cool space, like to be in, but also, it gets a little hectic, and
Mhm.
we do what we can, uh, which is, why we're doing what we're doing tonight with Rocket League going right into Overwatch. But as we wait for this first Rocket League match to start, I believe we're going to go to a quick 5-minute break, make sure that the team gets into the lobby, make sure that our broadcast stuff is all set up. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, and welcome back. We are getting kicked off here. Miami University versus Ball State University. Apologies for the delay. Rocket League decided to drop their Halloween update right as we were getting into our game. Now, Ball State has drawn first blood here off of some crazy aerial play from Wova here. I think we're going to be seeing a good amount of that tonight.
Yeah, Miami, that's kind of what they struggle most with, is kind of reading what's going to be going on with the aerial plays. But we're going to see Swag try to go up. And again, those aerial plays are where Miami struggles, because you can see that Guh honestly has a great shot here, but having Oates kind of have a little different like side swipe there, they're able to just kind of catch Miami off guard and get 2 early goals. We're 14 seconds into the game, and it's a 0-2 lead for Ball State.
Yeah,
I mean, just going to show why this team is so good and why they're ranked so high.
Yeah, once again, most collegiate polls have Ball State as top 8 nationally. That may be understating their record of success over the last couple of years. Their core roster has stayed consistent over the last couple of years. Wova and Guh being some key pieces here, as Guh gets the third goal here for Ball State University. Was that a bit of an own goal there from Swa, or?
I think it was just like barely tapped off for Swa's car, but I think Swa was just trying to get back there as soon as possible. But I mean, again, Miami, their boost control is not great, so I mean, watching how the boost is going to be, they're not going to be able to boost right in front of the ball and be able to kind of stop there. But already going to see a very good aerial coming from Guh, and Wova right there just to pick up the slack.
Ball State surging to a quick 4-0 lead. I do like that Miami is still being aggressive, taking their chances where they can, but nothing is quite linking up quite correctly yet, and Ball State just has full control of this match as it stands so far, up 4-0 in the first minute of the game.
And I mean, that's already going to be a quick backboard, just little double tap into the goal for Oath, it looks like. I mean,
yeah, the replay not even quite knowing what to do with itself. Takes a wide angle there of the the 5-0 in 1 minute, and we're gonna hope for some better results here. A good hit off of the wall there, gets the pass over to Havocs. Swa with full boost gets it over across the field to Havocs and Hyben. Hyben's got a little bit of boost to work with here in the air, but 2 members of Ball State back. They're gonna try to work it up the field, see if they've got any set trick plays to make their offense happen here. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, Miami did have a pretty good little run there that they were going on with, having kind of, it was mainly Swan Hyven sending some balls out, making sure that they were going to pass it across, get some shots like this for Swan, but it looks like Havocs is in the air. Again, just setting it to the corner. I mean, making sure that Ball State's not going to be able to do anything, but it looks like Oates is going to get some control, and it's already back on Miami's side. This is...
Yeah, Ball State, I think one of their players has decided to only drive backwards. We'll see how this goes. We'll keep an eye on this one as the match continues. But also, you know, I can see Ball State not wanting to run up the score too much here, depending on things, because the goal replays may actually be the lengthiest thing, because with us broadcasting this, we are going to show every goal replay, and that's 15 or so seconds that nobody's getting back.
Yeah, and especially now that we're at such a deficit due to that little update that they decided to do. I mean, we need as much time as we can here. But a nice little lob from Hyben. I mean, sadly stopped by Ball State. I mean, Ball State is just everywhere that Miami is, and a little Havoc's trying to slow down the ball a little bit to kind of get underneath Ball State's players. Kind of interesting there, but Ball State was able to read it pretty well. But Hyben's going to kind of just dribble it up, have a great dribble, getting past Wova. But, I mean, Guh's right there to kind of stop them. I mean, again, for every time that you have one of Miami's players, there's Ball State and
I know. It could happen. It could happen. If if Ball State really is letting off the gas a little bit here, going into the latter half of this first game, there may be some opportunities for Miami to find a goal in this series. Now, getting a good demo off of Ga, Swa hitting the crossbar, but unfortunately not quite hitting the mark. And now Ball State has offensive control. Whether or not they're going to choose to really use it is up to them. Wova going up for the big touch, getting the double tap. And no, I mean, I really think Ball State is just trying to stall and accelerate the end of the game here. There's not a lot of a statement to be made here. If there's no difference between a 5-0 and a 10-0, really. I mean, apart from the amount of time that it takes to get through 10 goals.
Yeah, and I mean, Miami definitely just gonna be looking to get a goal. I mean, just having something that they could say, hey, we did our best. We've gotten a goal against such a great Rocket League team, and I mean, just lobbing it up. Wova barely gets it before Hyben's able to just flies by. I mean, if Hyben got a good shot there, a good touch, that might have gone in, but it looks like there's a demo on Havix. Havix is going to be sent back to the start. And yeah, Ball State is just kind of making it so Miami can't even touch it. They're probably going to be sending it down as soon as possible here once the 20 seconds are up, or just making sure they're just dribbling on the ground. And I mean, Miami's not going to have anything to do here.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing to keep an eye on is the boost bars on the top left and top right. Ball State has pretty consistently had over 60 boost on all of their players, where Miami, even in this sort of neutral game state, looking to try to get the first goal here in the dying seconds of the game. But Ga's going to keep it alive. Wova is going to get the double tap, but does decide to kill it. Yeah, that's going to be game one. No, I mean, it's going about how I anticipated that this was going to go. 2 goals there for Oath, 2 for Wova. Miami attempted to get some stuff going. Had a few genuinely good little opportunities to get goals, but unfortunately the defense just wasn't able to deal with the aerial prowess of Ball State or just the general game sense and macro mechanics of Ball State's Rocket League roster here. So, I mean, it's definitely a lesson in how steep the hill is in Rocket League. And I mean, competitive parity in collegiate Rocket League is a really wild thing at the moment. There are a lot of really good semi-professional and professional players in the collegiate scene that are also interacting with students who stopped in a walk-in tryout. And there's Oath with the first goal in 3 seconds. Yeah. I mean, good attempt there from Havix, getting the boost and then coming back to try to cover the goal net. But unfortunately, the ball just didn't bounce in a position where any of Miami's back players could actually stop that from becoming a goal opportunity. Now Wova going for a dribble, gets it up to Oath, but Miami is slowing that one down for now. Swa with no boost does get a good lob shot up over Ball State's goal. Both Oath and Ga going up. Havix gets the first goal on the board here for Miami. That's a 1-1 game, as Miami does draw even, but they've even in this game, there's a steep hill to climb here.
Yeah, and just seeing, I mean, it's going to be early goals here, especially. I definitely think that Ball State is going to be like, hey, they got to go on us. Let's get one back real quickly. Or they might just be kind of waiting it out, but it looks like Ga is going to go for some aerials here.
Okay, good positioning here on the back wall from Swa. Does get the full boost on the sidewall as well. I'm liking the anticipation and I'm liking the positioning from a lot of Miami's players here. Like they are putting themselves in good positions. It's just a question of execution. Now Hyben did just get demoed in the back line. Havix does get up to stop that aerial from happening. That's good positioning, awareness, anticipation, and Havix gets another goal stop as well. They're playing the video game. It's nice.
Yeah, and Havix again gets another goal stop. I mean, Miami definitely a scrappy team. Ball State is very technical. They're very ready. They have a lot of different plays that they're going to be going for. A lot of aerials that they do. Miami, they might be a little rougher, but they're
there's-
very scrappy with how they play. And I mean, just not having maybe the most boost, still being able to kind of fend for themselves in the goal and just being able to send some shots up. But
Oh,
there's Oath, and I mean, that's almost just going to be wide open. Most of Miami's
yeah.
players were trying to get back there. Hyben a little late after the goal is going across the pretty much side, but Swad tried to get up there as soon as possible. Hyben's there, but I mean, again, boost management.
Boost management's a big thing, but I mean, really good communication there from Miami that Havoc's actually cut off his beeline to the back full boost in order to try to get in front of that shot in front of the net. Unfortunately, a bit of a micro mistake trying to get in front of the goal line, like in front of the ball in the goal net, and just completely whiffed. Just kind of did a backflip in place, which is something that I do all of the time, but you know, that's a personal problem that I need to work on the next time I get back into Rocket League. So I get entirely how it didn't line up in his head of like vision versus execution. But still, good communication there. Hyben going in for another shot does even it up again. You know, Miami tying it up 2-2. Ball State's going to have to start taking this seriously, I think, or we're going to be in for a longer night, which I am perfectly okay with.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Miami tying up against Ball State. I know they're probably not playing to the best of their ability, or they're trying to do maybe a little more experimentation here. But Miami having at least, I mean, anything with Ball State there. And it looks like going for a shot, but Ball State misses it a little bit here. It looks like Wover went for it. But setting it up for a little cross the center to go. Guh is going to try to send it in, but there's Oath ready to just pick up where Guh left off. I mean, it looks like Guh was trying to do a little bit of a backboard pinch there, but maybe missed a little bit, or was setting something up for Oath and being like, hey, they're not going to see this coming. They're not going to expect you coming from the side, going for a shot, making sure it gets in the goal there. But, I mean, Miami needs to try to tie up here as soon as possible. And that's already going to be a quick lob to the goal. Swa is there in the middle, going to try to maybe do a little bit of aerial stuff, but Oath is right there to get control of it back for Ball State. I mean, going into a little more than halfway point. Miami still very close with Ball State. I think Ball State is mainly just trying to keep it maybe within 1 point, making sure that they don't get more goals than they need to. And if they need to get goals back, I mean, they're going to be able to score them very quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to count Miami completely out of it, but you know, it is tough in a situation like this. But you know, Miami looking to try to get some dribble plays going on the ground. Ball State is doing a good job of reading how Miami's going to execute the dribble. Oh, we've got a rule 1 here. Oh my goodness. I wish we could get a better camera on that. Those players better both stay committed to that, or I'm going to be personally upset. But given the fact that I haven't seen either of them yet, it looks like the rule 1 may have actually resulted in Miami tying up the game. Because, yes!
They're still there!
Yes!
They're still there!
Okay, no, shout out to Ball State, shout out to Hyben. You stay committed to that rule 1. For those that don't know, rule 1 of Rocket League is that if you get into a head-to-head collision with an opposing player where, you know, you can't drive forward anymore, you have to stay in there or else you're a coward. Neither Ball State nor Miami has a coward on their roster. Delightful to know.
Yeah, at that point, it's going to be kind of like an honor system and making sure that, hey, even though, I mean, it's just a great thing to see across the board. Great show of sportsmanship from both teams.
Oh, good save from Hyben there. As Ball State is looking to slow the ball down directly in front of Miami's net. Does get the goal there for Wova at the end. I think this is a pretty good game plan for Ball State here of just slowing the ball down in this soft area in front of Miami's goal. It's hard to read how the ball's going to drop in, and if you don't have a lot of experience defending in those situations, it can be really treacherous. And Miami bailed out completely on the kickoff play. Both of their back players going to get the full boosts, and Oath is able to just get a quick tap in here, as Swa and Hyben just aren't able to race back fast enough. So that's I think normally if you're playing completely seriously, left person is supposed to go for the kickoff. Person in front of the goal is supposed to stay in front of the goal in case of something like that, and then your other player is supposed to go peel off and go grab the full boost. But Miami was really hoping that they would win the kickoff, and if they had gotten possession of the ball there, it could have paid off with both of their players having the ability to make aerial plays happen. But it's looking as if this game is going to be over soon. That Rule 1, I think, is probably going to be the highlight of the night, if not the week. So, great game 2 here for Miami University. Going down 5-3, maybe 6-3, 5-3.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I mean, it does seem like Miami is having fun here, and I think that's probably the most important part.
Yeah, and I mean, just watching how Miami's playing, they're not getting. I mean, they're not giving up. They're not just sitting there, not do well. Okay, with the Rule 1, they were kind of sitting there doing nothing, but just watching how Miami plays, especially because that again, with that goal with Rule 1, they're able to do some shots on goal without having that third man and being able to do some stuff here, which, again, new roster, most of them are used to playing either by themselves with the team where they're not really communicating a lot with them, but we're already going to get back into the third, maybe final game of the set.
Oh, Hyben going up, gets the touch, but Ga is there waiting. Swa trying to get the redirected shot in, but Oath takes possession, air dribbles, gets 2 touches on it, but Gov goofed him a little bit, misdirected the ball, tried to get Wova an opportunity as well, trying to get the entire Ball State roster involved. Wova demoing Havocs in the back line now. Both Hyben and Wova are going to try to stop it, and they do get the miraculous goal line save. Swa sitting above the backboard does get a nice deflection there, clearing the ball out of Miami's end for a little bit, but Ball State's still got really good control over this situation, and they've been able to utilize the ceiling and the back walls to reset their jumps very effectively throughout this match.
And just watching how Miami is going to respond to a lot of these, and I mean, they're going to lob it up to Ball State's side, try to make sure that they're going to stay over there. Havoc's going up in the air for it, but Ga takes control for Ball State's side. There's Swa, who's able to kind of redirect it a little bit. Oates sends it off the backboard, probably hoping that one of their teammates was going to be there, but it looks like both of them actually kind of went back a little more for the boost, trying to get some shots there. But, I mean, valiant effort for Miami, a little shot on goal, but, I mean, Ball State is just right there making sure that Miami can get some shots in, but none of them are going to actually, like, really matter and go in at this point. And
I mean, I like that Miami is going up to challenge these 50-50s, and they are winning a lot of them. Like, it's good recognition of the fundamentals of Rocket League that they're staying consistent with it. I think that it would be very easy to get demoralized in a situation like this and just be like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. But Miami's keeping their heads up. They're having fun with it. They're trying to pick up on the situations they can pick up on. They're trying to get better as the set goes on, and I think it is paying off. I mean, last match was a little goofy. This match is probably going to end up being a little goofy as well, as Ball State does take the 1-0 lead here. But, I'm liking the fight that I'm seeing out of Miami in this situation, even if it really does feel pretty desperate.
yeah, and I mean, a great save from Havoc's there. That pinch would have definitely made it so that it would have been hard for anyone else on Miami's roster to kind of respond back. Ooh, but Oates, I mean, incredible save on Oates for Ball State's side. But Havoc's, great job stopping that aerial there. I mean, Miami, definitely great at interrupting some of Ball State's movements here, but I mean, just making sure that they keep it, try to keep it off their side, but that's going to be another goal from Oates. I mean, Oates having a lot of great shots from Ball State, and I mean, a lot of them have some of those pinching and just, I mean, bouncing off of the different walls or the ground, being able to do those things. I mean, it's kind of just basic geometry for them too. So just being able to understand that and watching where that's going to go is just incredibly vital in these games.
Big bump there onto Wova, making sure he doesn't get an easy early kickoff goal opportunity there. Now it is going to go back, and Havoc's with the full boost is going to try to get possession, but finds an awkward angle on the ball, hits it off the backboard, and does clear it into Ball State's corner, but unfortunately, he doesn't have any more beans to do anything else with. Oath doing the same off of his own backboard, as Miami's going to try to regroup and become a little bit more defensively solid in the face of Ball State's offense here. Okay, it appears as if Swally is going to get... I don't know. We've got a lot of fakes, and unfortunately, Wova does get the better of the end of that sequence. Both Havocs and Swa not quite able to get the ball where they needed to be. The ball bounces into an unfortunate position, and Wova capitalizes.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just going to be something unfortunate for Miami to watch and see what's going to happen there. But early kickoff goes flying on the Ball State side, and Miami's goal is practically wide open.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, 2 people were there, but both of them were Ball State players. Miami definitely kind of full scented there, but Wova making sure a little tap in, so Miami couldn't do anything there. It's going to make sure that Ball State is going to be at a pretty cushiony lead. But a very quick demo for Hyben, demoing Havocs. And Havocs taking a little lob on the goal there. Wova is going to be right there to watch it. But, ooh, it looks like Wova might have faked out Havocs a little bit. Havocs was ready for a little shot to be on, or just a lob to go up. But it didn't happen. Kind of goes flying past. But again, Oath is there. We have Ball State. I mean, they're kind of getting ready, slowing it down a little bit, readjusting themselves, getting ready to have a part where they're going to be just going for a good shot or just slowing down the game. So Miami has nothing here. But Hyben's going to go for a little shot on goal. Oath is going to stop it. I mean, most of them are at a pretty good, I mean, now all of them are at a very good boost rate for them. And, I mean, Miami's just going to need to do what they can here.
Yeah, I mean, Miami's trying to do some tricky things off of the dribble here, trying to fake out Ball State's players, but Ball State just has so much experience between their 3 players here that it's very difficult to make a read like that work, and yet here it does, as Havocs gets the first goal of this game 3, meaning that, you know, it wasn't just a one-game trick. Miami is capable of scoring goals in consecutive series in the game of Rocket League. It's a nice thing to be able to say.
Yeah, and that's another thing with Miami. What we've seen with a lot of these games is they probably won't get a goal or 2 for the actually probably won't get many goals, if any, for the first round, kind of setting up, kind of testing the water a little bit. But once it gets to second or third game, they're making sure that they're going to be able to have a lot of just shots and goals. But Havocs with a great save on the goal. I mean, it's definitely going to be Ball State's game here. But Miami putting up a great fight. I mean, it looks like Miami was going to try to go for another goal. But, I mean, Wova is going to just make sure that's going to be shut down real quick. Making it going to Ball State, having another lead here, making them 8-0.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick 3-0 there for Ball State. Unfortunately, the Rocket League Halloween update did make it so that our game started a little bit later than we intended it to, but we got there eventually, and I don't know. I think Miami has a lot to build off of the performances that we saw in that game. They were doing better and better as the game progressed, and I think that's going to hopefully pay off for them very well, as I believe we may be able to get our series against Western Michigan here on stream in a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. But as we figure that out, we're going to go to a quick be right back, and we will catch you when we get back.